Scarborough's about to lose 2 major crime prevention programs. Okay, I'm going to end this with something for the community. All right, this is courtesy of Project F-Word. Big salute to Tara over there, Project F-Word and Solitaire. And Impact Communities. It says Scarborough is set to lose 2 critical youth prevention programs. This will be history repeating itself.
You want me to read this?
Yes, please.
Okay, a city program helped Jaden Carpenter escape the cycle of youth violence, and now he's helping others. A couple of federal funding resources to mitigate youth violence are set to end in March, putting key city programs at risk of ending in... Next slide. Okay, I guess that just cut off. But some kind of way to get back what had been taken from him after he was shot last summer and left with sciatic nerve damage and unable to walk for months. He was getting into trouble even before that, including going to jail the year before. I was around the wrong group of friends. I came out of jail and started trusting people I shouldn't, Carpenter said in an interview. It was a local city program, T.O. Ward's piece, that helped him find therapy, mentorship, job skills training, and even financial support for Ubers back and forth from physiotherapy, making the now 21-year-old realize that getting even is not just worth tossing away. And then it cuts off. Oh, okay. Carpenter's story arc is the difference between when young people get the supports they need and when they don't. It's an example of the type of help proven to prevent and curb youth violence.
Let me stop you. Just at the bottom, I'll finish the bottom over here. Mayor Olivia Chow addressing reporters Wednesday.
What? You talking about finishing the bottom?
No pause.
I know it just sounded crazy.
No pause.
You just have to laugh and just take it.
You just gotta take it, bro. It's the no pause cast. Mayor Olivia Chow addressing reporters Wednesday at a press conference said that she's deeply worried. I was about to do the accent, but it's looming funding hole. And $62 million loss in operating dollars for this year. The city cannot afford to fill out without taking. Oh my God!
I'm telling you, this guy just cut off like.
I know the essential parts. There's numbers of initiators. Basically, they're cutting off friggin' millions of dollars of 2 more friggin' centers. They're taking out more centers out of the community.
Wait, so she's saying because there's not enough money, or like it's losing too much money, that's why they're cutting it?
Yes.
But they just sent another $1 billion to Ukraine. They're doing that every few months.
Yeah.
They just finished the LRT that took 15 years.
It's open this Sunday too.
And I just passed by the station.
Yeah. But when they send money to Ukraine, like I feel like they be making money like selling arms or something. Like
No.
It's not like just donation.
No, they're messing that up too. With you see how they want to take away our arms? I think that's where they're gonna send them to after too.
God damn.
Right? But anyways.
And they're saying now, as of March 31st, they'll cease to exist too. So this is coming up soon.
We should definitely prioritize our own local regions before sending money overseas for foreign wars. So this is kind of bad, and it seems like it was a useful resource.
And the only people, or not the only people, but the people who it's going to affect the most are people of color.
Yeah, I'm right.
Right? So it's like...
Look at me like, oh my God, what are we going to do?
I'm like, my black friend. What is going to happen?
We've been going through this. It's a test of times, dog.
One day Jake is about to cry.
No, but like...
Oh,
in the thumbnail it says, or in the beginning of the article, it says it's history. This is history repeating itself because this has happened in our freaking times back in the days when they got rid of mad community centers and then things started to turn up. And because the man them had nowhere to go and all types of shit. And it's like, all right, so you guys didn't learn from that? You're just going to do it again?
I understand that having those community centers is important. But then I also hear the other side, and it's even from man's like in those ends that'll be like, yo, people were still doing badness around the community centers. You know?
So make my WAPs.
So I'm not saying that means like, oh, no community center. We should still have those programs and stuff. But it's almost like, is it as preventative of a measure than maybe like an alternative type of resource?
It is.
What alternative?
It is preventative because I remember when I was growing up in Malvern, we had the Malvern Library and the Malvern Resource Center right beside it. They had the YMCA like thing. And then, bro, I was able to take guitar lessons, piano lessons. I'll go to the library. Back when Imagine have no internet, I'll be able to like...
And you felt good about
you know what I mean?
Like,
so I wasn't getting involved. They had basketball programs, hockey. There was a whole hockey brand. I learned how to play hockey, everything.
Right.
And then as soon as like They shut it down.
Bad man.
We're all of us are on the block now. But we used to be
stand up.
it used to just be a few of them, obviously, like the hood scrimmlings that are gonna be there.
They
but
try to
like,
come around the community center.
facts. But now all of us are over there.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
just stand up on the same block. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no computers, nothing.
The facts.
Yeah, and even though
What
I
you
didn't,
got, Ting?
I didn't grow up in the hood, but like we had like Main Street Community Center. We would go and like they had like subsidized programs, free programs, like swimming lessons and stuff like that. And it was like a good way to like channel that energy because when you're a kid, you're full of energy. So it's
Facts.
like if you don't have a good place to put that, you might end up doing some crazy ish. So
Yeah.
I don't know. If anything, they should probably put more money into it. But I think,
Exactly.
but I think it was also like they probably thought, okay, if we put a community center, crime's gonna stop, and like it didn't.
It didn't.
But crime is never gonna stop.
True,
But you
then-
could be saving somebody's fucking life.
And
True.
giving somebody something to do so that they don't lead to a life of crime
Life
in the
of crime.
future. It's not about like stopping the crime now. It's about stopping the kids from getting into crime in the future.
But were there kids who did both, where it's like they would take
Yep.
advantage of the community
One foot in,
center,
one foot out.
and then they would also, yeah. So it's
Oh, yeah,
kind of
for
like,
sure.
and that's better than just being all the way in the streets or whatever. But
But there are certain mans where like, yo, don't bring that over here. Like especially when mans are doing the ball runs, you
Mhm.
know, like.
And there's no, but also there's an opportunity.
you wanted to, yeah.
No,
Pause.
no pause. Right? And there's an opportunity if the man them who are still on their street shit. There's a counselor that might talk to them
Facts.
that might plant the seed in their mind, like, you know what, later on, like after having multiple conversations, even though like I had bare cracks in my pocket sitting talking to this
Still.
man,
Yeah.
like he planted the seed where I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
100%. And I think that does happen a lot. But what I just realized is that, let's say like I'm in an impoverished situation, but I have resources. I have skating lessons. I have swimming. I have basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
I go home, like I still need bread. I'm still broke. I might have to still provide for myself. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like, I feel like that's the main root of the issue. It's not that like, oh, kids just need something to do, which is also like important. It's
Mhm.
also more of an economic issue where it's like, it's almost like you're providing an escapism or maybe like hope, but you're not solving the root issue, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give these kids some advice real quick. Then, if that's the case, I'm not against you trying to get some paper on any which means you have to, right? I'm not against that. Hustle how you gotta hustle, kid. But like, what will prevent you from it? Like, slow dough is better than no dough.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So you may go home and your mom's working real hard. You might have that. She comes in, she cooks the one little meal for you guys. You cook, you eat that, consume that, and you have to be satisfied. Just trust me, young man. You'll feel better about it in the future when your brethren's calling you from jail, gets the 3 square meals, but you get to eat anything you want, and you take your time, go get a job. You got some money in your pocket. It will soon, like all that feeling will be in the past.
Have a girlfriend.
Even that, but she might be broke with you.
No, but at least you can have one. You can't
Yeah.
have one in
Facts.
jail, or in a grave.
Yeah.
And that's words of wisdom. Go ahead. Yeah.
Because even back in my day, we had the Tropicana program.
Mm.
Basically, that was a resource.
Youth employment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
like you could go as a 15, 16-year-old you, and they're like, hey, we're gonna find you a job. We're gonna find you your first job so you could get experience.
Yes.
Now you could go out and blah. So my first job was at Payless. You know what I mean? I worked there for my little thing,
Yeah.
And from Payless, I had that on my resume.
Yep.
So I was able to get a job at Brown's,
Yeah.
which was like the luxury shoe store
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I was like 16, 17 in high school,
selling shoes.
working at Brown's, getting a 50% discount on Giuseppe's and all them thing there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like we need more of them type of programs, and we
100%.
also need to kind of, because I think like with Black youth or like with
Yeah.
urban youth, we kind of just make the rapper and like the streamer seem cool, but
Or
we
a
have to make,
basketball player.
yeah, but we have to make like the regular job kind of seem cool. Like
Cool.
there's mans that go to the office making like 200 racks a day, you know what I mean? And mans don't really look at those guys as guys just because they're miskeens or whatever.
Yeah, right. Those guys are.
You know what I
Those guys
mean?
will
They're
Teeth, your
popping bottles.
girlfriend.
They're popping bottles in the club.
Those guys
Facts.
will teeth your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You want to go to their corporate parties, they get crazy.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
mad. I
Yeah.
love corporate parties.
And you know what? I'll say this about you, Natural. You're a product of community centers and stuff like
Facts.
that.
Mm.
Because like you're from Malvern and all them places there. You could be a freaking drilled freaking wild youth.
You could be a driller.
You could be one of those guys with a balaclava all day, fam. But you
Facts.
talked about community centers and they showed you this and that, and you got you into jobs and stuff. if they weren't there, you might have just been one of the man them on the block until you got into some fuckery. More than you already got into.
Okay, natural. Like for you, right? Like growing up where you grew up, who were like the local role models that were like top of the food chain, like alpha males? Like were they usually the ones that were involved in like
Sam G.
crime and ting or like music?
To be honest,
or
for me, it was kind of like there's two sides of it because my older brother was heavy in the streets or whatever, right?
Mm.
So there was like those mans like Sam G or whatever, where it's like, okay, like those guys are super cool. But also I remember like in the same community programs, I think you spoke to this guy before, but you know Danny-O?
Yes.
Yeah.
Salute to Daniel.
He had a program or whatever where like he had this rap program where he was teaching the youth them like how to rap or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it was kind of inspirational because the man had like his MTV thing and he had his CDs over there. And as a young youth to see like
TSN.
Yeah, exactly. So to see him like actually do something with the art or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was like a role model. I also
what
had
about
a
Choclair? Isn't he from Malvern?
I don't know about Malvern, but I think he might be
Birchmount or something? Right?
No. Morgan. Scarborough Man's Morgan. Glenn Morgan.
Not Glenn Morgan. That's Bishop.
There's also
Bishop from Glenn Morgan.
Might be Scarborough too, but might be Choclair too, but I don't know.
No, Choclair's from Melbourne.
Shout out Sean Blue Rose. That was like a huge community figure, but he did pass away.
Sean Booth?
Sean Blue.
Blue.
Yeah, and then also my principal, Mr. Cousins, he was black. You know what I mean? So like to see like a black principal like growing up, like I feel like that had a heavy effect on me as well.
Yeah. Listen, man, I think these things it just shows that these things are more needed than to be taken away. I don't care how much money they cost.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Even with the libraries, like they're trying to defund the libraries and stuff.
They're gonna turn them into drop-ins for fiends.
But the library was clutch. Like if you didn't have a printer, if you didn't have access to internet, or even just like having access to books, like it was key. But I definitely like the Tropicana program. I feel like they should push more of those because I feel like that gives you purpose, especially when you're in high school and you have a job. Like it actually makes you feel useful.
See, this is what happened. They took away those from our communities and they gave them now to the Indian. And they're more strategic with it. Way more strategic with it. They're taking the money and really putting it back into themselves. That's why kids had problems last summer who are white and black getting jobs. Because they took the same model from Tropicanas and they used it in their own community to get them in these jobs.
Those corporations, because the corporations pay less.
And the government gave them money.
Yeah. And
Stop giving us the money. It was one or the other.
And there's incentives to the business owners to hire foreign workers. You get an extra.
Because before the incentives would be, hire this
black
kid.
workers too.
Or like, if I use this Tropicana program, technically it's Tropicana paying the youth, so they're getting free work. So that's why they wanted the youth them. So now if they're getting the free work, quote unquote, from another subsection, like they're still getting the job done.
Exactly. Yeah. So isn't that kind of insulting? We were pretty much still working for free.
Yeah.
Even though you got our money, but by the other company, you were being kind of used.
It's not insulting because, like, remember, I was 15 years old.
Me too.
You know what I mean? No experience. So I was able to get experience in the workforce and then leverage that elsewhere.
I think it was a win-win-win because Tropicana probably used as a tax write-off. They're like, it's like our charity work.
Okay,
you guys got to work and Payless got free labor.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So then they took the same thing and now what do you feel like when you see the East Indian community now? What do you think? They did the same thing, technically, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of, yeah.
But even they have way more levels to it, so it can get deep.
No, but now it's like the government is moving like Tropicana. The government is just paying. It's like the government is paying Payless to hire you, and then Payless saves money.
Yeah.
Tim Hortons, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's a tangled web.
Wow. They should feel, so they should kind of feel insulted still.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, man, salute to all of the youth them on the road, man, that don't have that community centers anymore, right? I don't know. Maybe we need to open one eventually.
That'd be sick.
No, it has to be private. No, we got to put our own money. Black community needs to put their money together.
We need to get our bread up, man.
But
I'll help with that.
A lot of we'll need a lot of white funding. Thank you.
Ally.
Who the hell's gonna sign them city papers?
Well, let's wrap it up for the evening over here.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.